Hello, I'm Marky Dragon, and I got a letter from a Morgan Lean. Now, I've never met Morgan before, but this was a pretty good letter. So the subject is "Wow" on the change, and they're referring to the change that we have done with our website of removing everything that violates the terms of service. So it says here, "Hi, I'm glad you're looking at legitimizing this market. It's a huge market, and game developers like myself would like to see some form of this sort of activity that works with our games rather than against them." This is exactly what I was talking about. So, I'm sure there's plenty of revenue that can be shared, so I look forward to seeing what you are discussing. And this is Morgan Lean, CEO of Epiphany Games. First thing I had to do was look up Epiphany Games because I didn't know who they were. In fact, when I was reading this to my father, who's here today, he says, "Who's Epiphany Games?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So we looked it up and got a pretty interesting MMO in development called Amora. And I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's Amorra. And it's a massive multiplayer game. They have history with an Xbox game and another real-time strategy game for the PC. So it looks pretty exciting. Anyway, this is exactly the kind of stuff that I was going for. And Morgan, I'm really happy that you sent me that message because it helps validate what we're doing. Now, for those of you that have been saying that it's an impossible task, it's, I'm full of bullshit or whatever, let me state this. My intention is not to take games like World of Warcraft or Star Wars Galaxies or any of these other games that are already really entrenched in the markets. I am only interested in, I shouldn't say I'm only interested, I'd be happy to work with those games. But what I'm talking about and who I'm talking to is the games that have not released yet. The games that have not formulated exactly how they are going to generate revenue. I think that is the perfect point to discuss all of this and make sure that the tools that are necessary to support commerce outside of the game that benefits both the players and the game publisher, we need to make sure the tools are in the games. So it takes planning, probably at least a year ahead of time, for really, because you can't just, it's so bad to just throw stuff at games after the game is pretty much finished. You need to build them in. Of course, you can do all the add-ons and you have great other content and stuff, but it doesn't always work when you try and add something to a game post-launch. It can, but not all the time. So, anyway, Morgan, I looked at your game. Looks pretty cool. What I could read of it so far on the site, hey everybody, I will link to it on the description over to their site. And I look forward to seeing if we can work with you. I am excited that you're not the only one. We've had several other game companies contact us saying, "Hey, this is great." So I'm really pleased with that. I feel like we're really on the right track, even though it's a difficult one and our goals are very high, but I know we can achieve them. I'm Marky Dragon.